Oh my goodness gracious. We are in fact so back. We are back in New York City, home of the pizza. Dark Decay's here for the 21st time, minus any time that they were here before. How are we doing, everybody? Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. I am immensely excited to be back in New York City. Oh my gosh. Pink Penguin here for the 26 plus whatever time. Of course, the moment I go live, your boy over here, Roro over here wants his antler. Would you like your antler? That camera needs to be fixed. It needs to be pointed down more. Bro, I got to meet Pink Penguin and Matthew in person. Big fans. You know, you didn't want anything to do with me until I touched this microphone. Until I touched this microphone, Rowan was not interested. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. And we are so back, man. We are so freaking back. First time in the studio in a freaking month, man. It's the first Game Boy camera in over a month. Holy guacamole, everybody. La la la. Oh, I'm ready, man. It's good to be back. It is so good to be back. Let me tell you, it is immensely good to be back. I am pumped to be here. I'm sorry I'm a little late. It just is how it is. But let me tell you, I am excited. Very excited to be here. 24 days remaining until what? Switch 2? Bro, I still haven't gotten mine. I'll tell you one thing though. Shout outs to Carb for supporting a major amount of it. If I can't steal it from Josh. But I do have plans to steal a Switch from Josh Jepson. Thank you. Okay, what was I gonna do? Steven, thanks for being here 31st time. Oh my god. Oh my god, chat. I know what we're watching today. I didn't even realize. So today's plan, I want to react to some stuff. Then I want to then I want to play some Zelda. I think we're going to do a Link to the Past run. It's going to be a mess. 4 hours ago. Oh, hey, look, that works. I want this to be move. How to get... Whoa, do you see this? Dude, the computer is screaming. We're good now. Louvier is getting rid of their 3DS audio tours. What are you talking about? What does that mean? That's just audio. That's some gobbledygook to me. The Louvier. What is the Louvier? I've never heard of that. Oh, yes. Yeah. I didn't see it, but I assume that they're doing it in New York too. Since 2013, they've had 3DS guided audio tours. Yeah. Where you you use the camera for AR nonsense. That's pretty cool. They could probably do it on the phone, man. But look, Vidya put out a new YouTube video. How to get permanently stuck in the water, in the in the water temple. I kind of want to watch it, so I think we might have to. I think it's literally a requirement is we watch Vidia's new YouTube video. Yeah, I think we'll have to watch that. 28 minutes, man. Okay, but yeah, so hi everybody. Science. I mean, that's what Jamie's good at. Well, Jamie's good at a lot of things, but science is definitely one of them. All right. Let me add everybody. And then let me tweet. Because we are so back, man. Bum 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 na 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 bum 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 na 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 na. I left for St. Jude 4 weeks ago today. Isn't that wild? Which means we have not had a proper Jyggy Studio stream in 4 weeks. You all have not had to look at my face in over 4 weeks. How does that make you feel? Does it make you feel like this? Because you haven't had to deal with that over 4 weeks. It makes me really freaking angry. I'm angry, man. God, this camera needs to be adjusted. It needs to be tilted down, but you know, what are you gonna do? I'll fix it. I'll fix it in a bit. I'm more disappointed there was no judge costume at Game Court. I forgot at home. I'm gonna talk about it, Tori. I forgot it, man. I didn't mean to. I just did. What you doing, baby? I think Roey's sad. I think Roey's sad. He's normally very happy to be back. But I did take him away from my mom and Nan and all them, so I think he's a little sad. I think he's sad. He's back in New York City, but oh my gosh, man. He also has no balls, so. All right, let me get the post out on socials and we're good to go. In all honesty, Jyggy has a pleasant face. Aw. Thank you, Retro Wolf. I'm glad that you think so. He's got no balls. Rowan has no balls. But I'm just happy to have all my tools back at my disposal, you know. We are fully back. Sadly, it's not stupidly extended. It's a little extended. It's a little extended. I'll tell you all the plan. Because we do need to... this month is Jyggy 13. I just am behind because I was traveling. Twitch.tv/Jyggy. All right, buffer sent out. I can't believe Jyggy is finally a teenager. It's true. Okay, so let me fill you in. I'm here for the next 3 weeks. Okay? Starting today, next 3 weeks, I will be here. My goal is to stream as many days as freaking possible. Okay? We know for a fact that not this weekend, but next weekend is Oops All Star Wars. We also know for a fact that the weekend after that Friday, the 30th, the 31st, and the 1st is Big Broadcast for Good, which is for St. Jude. So in reality, there is a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 broadcasts that are celebrating the 13th anniversary. With Friday the 23rd and the 24th being the 2 days that I actually am celebrating them. With the 23rd, aka not this Friday, but next Friday, being the big stream. It's not going to be a unfortunately, I don't think this year I'm able to do the mega stream. I don't have the time, which is really sad, because the mega stream is really good. Because originally I was going to do it on the 24th and have it go 50 hours, but I have to do GDQ. If y'all don't understand, GDQ, unfortunately I got to do. Not unfortunately, I have to. We like getting paid, right? We like GDQ. We like getting paid. We all agree. Looks at the sub count. We all agree that we don't want Jyggy to starve to death. Look, man, not even me. If you don't care about me, think about this poor boy here. Are you okay, Bubba? He doesn't want to starve. He doesn't need to starve. But anyway, so Jyggy 13 big anniversary will be on the 23rd. That's gonna be probably an all-day stream. I think the way it's gonna work is I'm going to start the timer, or I'm going to start with a 12-hour stream celebrating, with the idea that we can unlock all the way up to maybe a 22-hour. As long as I can get 5 hours of sleep before I have to be live on the GDQ channel, I feel good. Pink Penguin is not wrong. I very much am a single dad trying to provide for that guy right there. You know, that guy. So, yeah. Yo, Jamie, I was just about to watch your YouTube video. Congratulations on putting it out. I'm pumped about it. But, yeah, so that's the plan. So, for the rest of the month. Big Broadcast for Good is the 30th, the 31st. The 30th, the 31st, and the 1st. It is my St. Jude show. I really hope that you guys will want to be involved in it. I'm trying to cook that up this week. It's going to be a fast turnaround. I'm going to make sure, no matter what, it will be a very good show for St. Jude. I just don't know how big it will be. It might just be a lot of me streaming for St. Jude, which is okay. It might not be Big Broadcast for Good in the way that we normally do it. A lot of stuff fell through, and with all the traveling, some stuff is changing. That being said, I'm going to do the best I can, and it's going to be awesome for the kids. I will have more information on Big Broadcast for Good at the end of this week. So give me 4 days. Give me 4 days to actually get it done. Then June, the first weekend of June, I will be away, helping Direct Relief with a show that they have yet to announce. That's all you have to know, is that I will be away for a show that they have yet to announce. You can get really pumped if you want about that. It's gonna be awesome. It is a show that, as far as I'm aware, no one has ever done before, and I'm very excited about it. That'll be the first weekend of June, if I'm correct. Might be, yeah, it'll be the first weekend of June. So stay tuned. I'll give you more information on that. Then it is very, very likely, I would say, I'll have more information this week, pending an email, but it's very likely that then after the show for Direct Relief, I will be back here in New York for a minute, and then I will be going to, I think, the last few days of Zeldathon. We're gonna see. I'm not committing at this second until email comes through. I hope so. I would say 90% chance. Yeah. 90% chance that I'll be there for the last weekend of Zeldathon. And then I'm not traveling until July, I think. Am I done? You know how we were like talking about how like it used to be like, I was just like, man, I haven't left my house in a really long time. And then it's like this whole month has been like the entire month of April is just gone. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. Let me look here. Hi, Swift. But yeah, yeah, I would be at the Thon, most likely the 12th, the 13th, and the 14th, because I think it ends the 14th. Whatever day is the final day. And then I'm home. Oh, I will. I think there's a couple people there that I get to bring it to, Jay, because I didn't get to give it to you while at PAX. Are you home already? Yeah, you're home already. It's Tuesday or it's Monday. Then it's looking like I have a GDQ show on the 28th and the 29th. And then June, the first week of July, I would be at SGDQ. Yeah. If I go. Which I hope I do. I hope I get to. I would probably go to SGDQ. I would probably go to SGDQ Wednesday the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th. And then I would do my body is ready.
Investing in a 1% share of G Media's Switch 2.
I still want the math 6, Lurk. I talked about this. I really want the math now. How many percentages of my Switch 2 you will own? I think it's pretty cool. And I appreciate you. I want to know the math of how many percentages of the Switch 2 you're doing. You know? What up, Red? Welcome to the show. All right. I wonder why that didn't work. That didn't fix it. It's a new week, which means we have a top sub-gifter, top bidder, and top tipper back. Technically, it is 6, Lurk. I just need, for some reason, it did not update. No, I just went live. Tonight's show, for anybody that's wondering. Is going to be a recap show of some stuff that we did. Then it will be, in fact, a Legend of Zelda Link Between Worlds run. Or Link to the Past run. I want to play a Link to the Past. Even if we don't beat it tonight, I just kind of want to play it. You should do what race cars do and let people sponsor Switch 2 to get their name or message written on it. Wait, that's a really cool idea, Pink Penguin. 6 Lurk would already have it. Or have at least a couple percentage of it. Maybe that'll be part of the streamathon thing that I want to do. Yeah, Six Lurk, if you want to do one more 1% chance, it should fix your thing where it'll make you the top tipper. I don't know why it's doing that. But you don't have to. Anyway, that's where I'm at right now, man. I'm just happy to be home. I'm happy that for the next 3 weeks, I'm home. I'm home and I get to stream for you guys, and I get to do all the fun stuff that I normally get to do. And Rowan is here, and this was a really long time. This was a really long time. Yo, Retro. Imagine seeing a Switch 2 covered in stickers with sponsor names. Okay, what that would look cool. I agree, Retro Wolf. And I appreciate you being not only a sub, but also a 100 bidder. I was really Jay, I'm glad you went. I hope you got to experience PAX East. I hope you didn't have a bad time. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a little bummed that circumstances happen. Man, did I want to hang out more. I'm not gonna lie. Don't you feel bad. You did nothing wrong. But I'm definitely freaking bummed. I'll be honest, chat. This PAX East was supposed to be chill, and oh baby, was it not chill. It was this PAX East was supposed to be vibes and then me hanging out with people, and it just turned into me not getting to do almost anything that I really wanted to do. I had a really good time, but I really did not have a chance to really, other than, yo, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Are we one away from a hype train? Thank you, Zach, man. I appreciate you very much. But like, there are so many things I just did not get to do. And I think that Game Court being at so late really killed my ability to hang out with people. Because Saturday, I barely got to hang out with people. Let me at least say that it was the best one I've been to. Bailiff, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, Autumn. If you saw Game Court, as I had someone from work that didn't know the deal ask me if I saw Game Court, whether they enjoy it. They didn't know. Wait, they didn't know that you literally made it. That you made the tech for it. How's the con crash? My brain hasn't accepted it yet. My brain has yet to understand that I am back. They love the panel and they asked how often you do it. So I'm submitting it to I think GDQ. I have to do that. GDQ panel submission. Da na 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 na. Dude, so many people had no idea when I said I have until the 31st to do it. Bum. So I will be submitting it to GDQ, and then Twitch TwitchCon content submission. TwitchCon did a call for content today for TwitchCon San Diego, where I will be submitting Game Court to that. Is there any other events I should submit Game Court to, chat? Because here's the thing, Game Court can't get better unless we do it more. That's how it works. Cleveland Classic Game, PAX Australia, Omega lol. Oh, by the way, we have a hype train going on. It'd be cool if we could get to level 3. So if anybody's got bits or subs that you want to gift right now, help us get back to 250. I really want to get back to 250, man. We're getting close. We're 23 or 25 away, 26 away. Yo, what up, the mouse magic? Welcome to the show. Thanks for the follow. Bada bada boom. We got 1 minute left of the hype train. So yeah, SGDQ 2025, and then yo, what up, Rubu? Thanks for being here. Yo, Bailiff, thank you for gifting 2 tier 1 subs out. Almost getting it to tier 2, level 2. Submit to Colossal Con in Wisconsin. Bro, I don't know how I would do Cleveland Con. That would be one heck of a vlog though, man. Let me tell you. Cleveland Con? No, not seriously suggested unless you want to go to an anime con at a water park. Do they cosplay as the anime characters on their beach episodes? Can you ask me something? Depends on what it is. I was gonna say, I feel like that is like the best. Yo, 20 seconds. Can we get to level 2 at least? Nothing bad. That makes me feel like it's gonna be something really bad. Shoot, mouse magic. Yo, Jay's continuing us. Yo, we're 20 away from 250. No, Jyggy 13 is not a thing. The only other one that I was thinking about was Long Island Retro Gaming Expo, which is in August. Oh, I can't read that. That's not in English. So I don't know what you're asking. Red, thank you for gifting out a tier 1 sub to Aura Knight. What's your favorite Star Wars film? Mine's between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith, says Donnie Retro. My favorite film of all time. My favorite film of all time is the my favorite film of all time is The Empire Strikes Back. So yeah. That's my favorite Star Wars film. You like the Ewok movies? That's big weird. Do 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 do. I don't think I was thinking about submitting it to Long Island retro gaming, because that's like in but I don't see a thing. Plus also PAX West, I will definitely be submitting it to. PAX West, I will definitely be submitting it to. I will also be submitting it to TwitchCon and then SGDQ. SGDQ would be quite interesting. Cleveland gaming classics. I feel like if I went to that, Jay, it would be quite funny. I would want Luke to bring me to Ohio though, because I know you're in Ohio, but I feel like I need at least 2 people that live in Ohio in order to like survive Ohio. You know, like flee into the Cleve. Dude, Mouse Magic, what are you doing? I mean, it is a little awkward. Look, man. I feel like a lot of people would like to flee to the Cleve, you know, club hop down the flats and have lunch with Little Richard. Be pretty good. But, you know, again, a lot of us have responsibilities here in New York, so just saying, Little Richard will have to wait. Flee into the Cleve? You'll take me to the meets? Will you club hop down? The meets? Dude, we got the Mets here, man. Mouse Magic, is this your, like, what's going on, buddy? You drunk? What's going on? Why are you talking about Rocky Mountain oysters? Also, like, just spamming. You're not participating in the conversation, my guy. Anyway, what was I gonna do here? I added everybody. We have 50 seconds left of this hype train. It'd be cool to get to level 5. I have 2 things I want to do. I want to talk about Game Court, and I want to watch Jamie's video. Mods are asleep? What do you mean? Jay's a mod. Hey, Palm. Thanks for subbing. Ah, what up, Florida, man? Why did Red get timed out for 10 minutes? Yo, thanks for the follow. Palm, how are you? Thank you for the hype train, everybody. Is it out and Amaya made it happen? Wait, Amaya made the video happen? How did Amaya make your YouTube video? Wait, I really want to watch it. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna watch Vidia's video, but here's the thing. We're not gonna watch Vidia's video until I refresh this and the like is at 131. To interest. So here's what you're gonna do. Oh my god, look at this lag. My computer's dying. I want you all to click that video link and I want you to like the video, or I will not watch the video. Also, yeah, look at this lag, man. What's going on? Dune Awakening? No. I saw that at PAX East. I gotta close some stuff, man. Let's close this out. Let's close this out. Everyone liked that video. Hi, Triss. That's okay. Triss, Can you go like Vidya's video for me on youtube.com so I can watch it? It needs to be 131. Already done? I need 2 more likes on it. I need 2 more likes on it. I can't watch it until I can only watch YouTube videos with over 131 likes. That's the rules. That's the rules. Is there anything else I can close? Oh, you're about to head out? Knights, why? Why are you leaving? Why am I looking at this game for $1.99? It kind of looks like a... Is it just Pokemon? Oh my god. Hold on. Nexomon. This game came out in 2020. A brand new RPG adventure. This looks really, really rough. I think it's just my computer dying, man. It looks like Pokemon. I don't even think for $1 I would buy this game. I like how it says it's playable. Just playable. All right, are we at 131 yet? Oh, good. We're at 132.
The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time released at a pivotal point in the realm of 3D games, at a time when players were still getting accustomed to the expansive level designs that this new era of gaming had to offer. This ambitious leap forward meant there were bound to be growing pains, and one of the clearest examples is with OOT's Water Temple. The dungeon structure was so confusing that it had many players convinced you could get permanently stuck if you used your keys in the wrong order. Of course, this rumor has been debunked many times over the years, but what if we were to try and intentionally get stuck? With countless advanced strategies and glitches discovered in the 27 years since Ocarina of Time released, it may just be possible to get stuck in the Water Temple for good.
Dude, you're the same person, Gibbity. Hi, little bunny Jay.
In the early days of the internet, gaming rumors had an interesting
Thank you for being here.
Without
enjoy your
video sharing sites
ad-free
like
viewing.
YouTube, most online resources.
Yo, Vidya, aka Jamie, calling out freaking game theory.
About games were based in forums and text-based walkthroughs, so the standards for providing evidence were much lower. This is how infamous rumors were born, such as unlocking Toad in Super Smash Bros. Melee, finding Mew under—
You can do that? You can unlock Toad in Super Smash Bros. Melee?
the truck in Pokemon, unlocking Sonic and Tails in Super Smash Bros. You get the idea. These types of rumors had a special kind of staying power, partly because there wasn't a—
Dude, my computer is dying right now. Like, what is happening to it? What is going on that it is struggling, man? Like, I don't know what's going on, man.
a concrete way to debunk them, and the concept of a super secret unlockable that nobody had found yet was just too good to be true, giving a prime opportunity for some of the more outlandish claims to spread like wildfire. But the rumor about getting stuck in the Water Temple is somewhat unique in that, rather than being based upon a blatant lie that someone put on the internet,
Don't use Buster, Jamie. Don't bring Buster into this. I mean, you've gone a month for the CPU hamsters that die. I mean, that was what I was thinking about. Is I think that my— oh, I see why. Hold on. Why is my computer dying? Well, let me tell you. it's probably because at least a part of it is because there is large amounts of dust that are just loading up the computer. I have a really stupid question, chat, and maybe computer people will know this because, like, look at that. Yeah, look at that. That's a big old dust. Is there a way, if I was to get a new computer, for me to legitimately take both the M.2 and the thingy, and the what's the name of that freaking thing, man? The name of the M.2 and the SSD, and just plug them into a new computer, and it will just be better. Is that a thing? Like, cause like all of my OBS settings, everything that I have on here, I just want it to load. Yes, you should be able to just do that. Will it though? Because the Windows configuration, would it not break? I can't just take out the install of Windows and plug it into a machine that has 10 plus year new processors, right? Windows might be mad at you. You just need a fresh. Yeah, I will have a fresh motherboard. I'm saying if I take the M.2 out, Windows might complain about not having a valid license on the machine, but mechanically it would work fine. I'm saying I want to take out the SSD that has my entire OBS on it with everything installed and everything that's good, and I want to just plug it into a new machine so I don't need to like reinstall everything. Is that a thing? I mean, yes, I know I should probably get a new SSD because this SSD is 10 years old. Solemn mushroom? But like I'm talking everything but the files will be new. Jyggy, what I would do is get an external drive and bring everything on that. Well, no, I'm not saying transfer all the files, because I do. Like, here, I'll show you a really good example. Like the way I did it with this PC. This PC, I'm sorry, we will go back to the video, don't worry. This PC this PC's about almost 10 years old now. I got it in I built it in 2016, so it's almost. So I have this other. It's called New Volume 2, which I should really name these things. New Volume 2, New Volume here. It says, or it's right here. It's called Old PC, and that has everything that was on my old PC. It's called Stuff I Need, and then we can dive into the Pictures folder, and on the Pictures folder, we dive into the Pictures folder. And then in here, we can go into the FFF Goodies folder where we can look at Zeldathon Quest. You know what I mean? Or we can look at freaking... We can look at the first ever Jyggy logo that Sixolona made for us. Are we burning? Why are we burning? Like, yeah, man. Or my original emojis, which is, this is Eric PTG on a Pop-Tart. Or, this, my 11th grade, freaking religion teacher. That's my 11th grade religion teacher. I don't think he realizes. I doubt he realizes that. Or PogChamp, but my face. Or yeah, like I have all of these old things because of history, but the thing is is when I transferred to a new machine, I reset everything up. You know, I reset up my OBS. Where now, I don't really want to do that unless I have to.
This is one
But I desperately need a new PC because it's dying, if you can't tell.
and shared player experience. The overwhelming design of the dungeon created a mutual frustration that caused more than a few players to believe that there was a way to permanently lock yourself out of progressing through the dungeon. Part of the problem had to do with the fact that the water temple was fairly ambitious for an early era 3D game. It may not look so difficult to someone trying to play the dungeon today, but at the time, this dungeon...
Do people say the water temple's easy in 2025? I don't think I know a single person that plays Ocarina of Time for the first time and says that they had a good time with the water temple. Is that am I nuts? Do I just not know these specific people? Easier. I don't even think so, man.
Expected a level of comprehension that many players just weren't accustomed to yet. Looking at the layout of the dungeon, the water temple differed greatly from the dungeons seen up to this point in the game. Prior to the water temple, Ocarina of Time's dungeons followed a relatively linear design.
I'm bracing for comments like, hey, I never had trouble that... You think so? I don't think so. Jamie, I swear they're lying. I would be shocked if anyone like legitimately said that they had no issue with the water temple. It was designed for you to have a guide. It was very much the water temple in Ocarina of Time, in my opinion, is the closest thing in Ocarina of Time that we have to A Link to the Past dungeon. I know that that's silly, but a Link to the Past, like Skull Woods or Dark Palace. Well, maybe not Dark Palace. That one's pretty easy. But like the Ice Palace specifically, Ice Palace and Skull Woods were specifically designed with dead ends and ways for you to get lost. So you just have no idea what to do. And like you were meant to call Nintendo's hotline or buy the book or talk to your friends in order to progress in it. The difference is that the water temple in Ocarina of Time relies heavily on person's memory and not go here in this specific way. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm really interested. I'm gonna keep watching here. What is the comments here? Morphula is easy. Is the easiest thing about the water temple, and if you know how to cheese it. You realize none of this oh yeah, you posted the thing.
So as to not overwhelm the player in their travel through these areas. The water temple, on the other hand, completely broke away from this pattern. Right from the get-go, the dungeon presents the player with multiple pathways and several key lock doors that appear to be accessible through a variety of different methods. The main mechanic of adjusting the water level and using the iron boots to navigate through the corridors may be seen as needlessly time-consuming and can absolutely lead to missed passageways and keys that are only accessible when the water is at a certain height.
That's true.
The dungeon's map doesn't do it a great service either.
No, it sucks.
I played this dungeon hundreds of times, and even I still need some time to parse this thing. Before we get too deep in the details of the water temple's layout, let me take a moment to talk about a basic principle behind Zelda's dungeon design. Now, I'm not an expert in game design, but I do have some background in quality assurance and user error. One fundamental truth I've been reminded of time and time again is that you can never expect a user to play by your rules. If there's a way to break it, players are bound to find it.
Jamie's speaking my language. I will not play by their rules unless I'm told I have to, and then I get upset.
This is essential when you're trying to create a certain level of progression through a dungeon. You have to be extremely careful about where you place keys and their intended doors. If there's even a small chance a player could use keys in a different order than what's intended, you better make sure there's a fallback route so they don't get stuck. This is a concept that some players, especially those in randomizer communities, refer to as key logic, which essentially posits that even if you use your keys in the absolute worst, most illogical way, there still should be a path to completing the dungeon without getting yourself stuck. Key logic is something that, perhaps implicitly, Nintendo had to pay attention to when designing the dungeons in this game. As a very simple example, let's take a look at the bottom of the well. The key layout in this dungeon is fairly simple. There are 3 key lock doors that each lead to a gold skulltula, meaning each door is required for a 100% playthrough of the game. What's important to note is that all 3 keys and all 3 doors are accessible from the beginning of the dungeon. You don't have to use a key in order to access more keys, and none of the doors are explicitly locked by another. If, for example, one of the keys was present behind one of these locked doors, you could potentially end up in a situation where using your keys in the wrong order would indeed lock you out of the last key necessary to complete the Gold Skulltula hunt. And this is where the Water Temple differs greatly from the dungeons that came before it. Assuming you played the Forest and Fire Temples first, those dungeons contain a key door progression laid out extremely linearly, and it's very hard to branch out from that intended path. The Water Temple, on the other hand, offers a decent level of variation that players can employ when navigating the many paths through the dungeon. So, just how rigid is the key logic of the Water Temple? Let's start by examining what appears to be the intended path through the dungeon. We're going to start simple here to lay the groundwork, so don't fret that I'm omitting certain maneuvers to do things out of order. We'll get to that later. Although there are many paths that appear to be options at the beginning of the dungeon, you'll eventually be funneled into the lower east side pathway, which leads you to a brief reunion with Princess Ruto. As you rise to the surface, you'll be presented with the main gimmick behind the dungeon: adjusting the water level in the dungeon by playing Zelda's Lullaby at certain wall panels throughout the dungeon. The first panel, located at the top east corridor, lowers the water level to the bottom, providing new opportunities for exploration.
Thank you, Ree.
Immediately
I
upon
linked it
dropping
before
down,
because I
you can
made
light
people
2
go like
torches
the
to
video,
access
but
a short
like,
fight and obtain the first small key. Moving back to the central area, the west side pathway is now accessible and will lead you to the dungeon's second small key. Take note of the fact that 2 small keys are accessible to the player without opening a single locked door. At this point, if you return to the central area, you must now go through the central pillar key door on the first floor, as it's the only one readily accessible with the water level at its lowest. We'll call this key door 1, and we'll continue to number the key doors in order as we go through the intended path, just for simplicity. After unlocking the first door, you'll reach a second panel, which raises the water level to level 2, which in turn gives you access to a third key within the depths of this room. An additional key is accessible at this stage in the Water Temple, as going back through the lower eastern
I'm blocking
pathway
the keys
now
that
allows you
Jamie
to
has
reach
put
the
up.
chest behind the cracked wall, meaning we found 4 keys in total. To recap, we were able to get 2 keys after lowering the water level to 1, and by using one of them, we raised the water level to 2 and gained access to 2 additional keys, meaning our net total is now 3. From here, the path forward has us use a key on the second level west side door. We'll call this key door 2, and this leads us to the final water level panel, returning the water level to 3. With the water once again at its highest point, and 2 keys remaining in our inventory, we can now access a sequence of 2 doors on the upper west side, which we'll call key doors 3
yo, I
and
live
4.
on the Upper East Side.
Beyond these doors lies a fight with Dark Link, who guards the long shot. After clearing the Song of Time block behind the long shot chest, we enter the lower river room and gain a 5th small key behind a locked gate. Stocked with the long shot, we can return to the main area of the Water Temple, where one final key must be obtained. By setting the water level back to 2, the south side presents an eye switch puzzle that requires the long shot to obtain the 6th and final small key.
So Jamie here explained the, and I'm sure he's gonna go into it here, but Jamie here explained the quote unquote, like, the quote unquote correct way to do the Water Temple. That is exactly the correct way. That is, if you called Nintendo, they would tell you that. If you looked up a guide, they would probably say do something like that. The problem with the Water Temple is that you genuinely just don't know. You don't know that. You don't know where you're quote unquote supposed to go. It is a non-linear dungeon, but it's also a dungeon that is heavily like I don't know how do I say this? It's not random because it's not, but like it's heavily like user focused. The user has to try things. It's exploratory, and it's frustrating because it's the kind of exploratory part that is not that fun, because it's not a fun exploration. It's kind of like a tedious. Jamie said it at the beginning of this video. It's tedious. The water levels going up and down, having to travel all around. It's funny because Nintendo kind of did the water temple better in every dungeon in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And I don't know if you mentioned it in this video, but Breath of the Wild's dungeons, the divine beasts have different modes, different like ways of movement, okay? Different levels of water, or well, no, only the one has water, but like different like ways of changing the dungeon that enable exploration, because you need to explore in order to get the 3 pedestals, or the pedestals. Funny enough, and people don't realize this, that every divine beast in Breath of the Wild is genuinely the same as the water temple in Ocarina of Time. The difference is that in Ocarina of Time you have to go stand next to specific door or specific things to raise the water up and down, where in Breath of the Wild the player has the option to do it whenever they want. Why is my hair purple? Because I have the light on. There you go. The player can just open the menu, and the player can open the menu and change the movement of the water guy. You know what I mean? Of the divine beast. Do you all agree with me with that? Because like the Ocarina of Time's, the problem with the water temple is the fact that you have to go. It's also a problem that they did with Oracles of Ages. You have to be in a specific spot to raise and lower the water level. So you have to basically do a lot of backtracking. Where in Breath of the Wild, you can change it whenever you want, so the exploration is up to you.
From here, the lower north pathway has 2 final sequential key doors, 5 and 6, leading to the boss key, which allows us to complete the dungeon. With all this taken into account, let's chart out and examine the lay of the land as it stands in the water temple. To start, recall that, when we entered the dungeon, 2 keys were accessible without unlocking a single door, and 2 additional keys were accessible by entering the central pillar and setting the water level to 2. At first glance, the key logic in Water Temple seems fairly solid. 4 keys are accessible fairly easily, and exactly 4 key doors are presented on the path to the Longshot. The last 2 keys and their intended key doors are all locked by the Longshot, so it doesn't seem like there's a lot we can do. But surely there are a few tricks that we can do to go out of order here. I'm sure many of you have been screaming at me in the last few minutes over the fact that you can actually access the inside of the central pillar through the back door on the 2nd level without using a key on key door 1. By returning to the start of the dungeon through one of various methods, you can easily jump down to the 2nd level and light this torch with the bow. This gives you access to setting the water level to 2 without wasting a key, which is great for our goal of doing things out of order, but remember that this also gives us access to 2 additional keys in the central pillar and behind the cracked wall, so it's actually to our detriment to skip this key door. Additionally, using a precise setup, we can access the cracked wall small key from the top level without having to set the water level to 2. A third technique we can do to circumvent the intended order of the dungeon is accessing the level 3 water panel with a precise ledge grab, but this only serves to skip key door 2. No matter how we approach it, the 4 keys at the start of the dungeon are easily accessible, and there's not a whole lot we can do about it. With the 4 key doors present on the path to the Longshot, and the Longshot locking the final 2 key doors, we're gonna have to think outside the box here. Box. That might just work. You may have noticed so far, I've been sticking to a fairly glitchless approach to the water temple. Indeed, all of the strategies I've discussed so far are allowed within the glitchless rule set.
Oh my god, my computer is like lagging like crazy. You guys see that? Is that happening? Can you guys see it? I wonder if it's the yeah. Bro. I can't get a new computer right now. Also, wait, why did the... Oh, okay. We're not getting a new computer until 2026. We're not... unless I get a sponsorship, or we're not getting a new computer until 2026. So, yeah. Dude, we are... DM's Workshop, we already are going to do a subathon for my $11,000 medical bill. Yeah, let's just say that. Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry, I apparently am talking to people. Okay, I think I closed more stuff, so theoretically it should work now. I probably just have to like upgrade my graphics drivers or something.
So as long as we're...
You okay, bud? What you doing? Come here. Come here.
holding ourselves to that rule set, we can do plenty of techniques that are unintended but still allowed to our advantage. For example, the glitchless rule set permits using bombs to damage boost yourself onto normally out of reach places, which is incredibly useful for sequence breaks throughout the game. While it's not exactly useful in the water temple,
I did that, Jared.
There's an incredibly precise strategy that allows glitchless runners to damage boost up to this box ledge in the graveyard.
What?
And then on top of the cliffs that encompass the area. With a precise walk across this cliff, you can gain access to the Shadow Temple without having access to the Nocturne of Shadow, which is, of course, locked behind completing the Water Temple in the first place.
What?
Doing this sequence break will give you access to the hover boots early, and those are the key to locking ourselves out of completing the dungeon.
So you have to clip in to get the item that you get after you get the item that you get in the Water Temple in order to get yourself stuck in the Water Temple? Okay, Jamie. Okay.
What I said earlier about the last two key doors being locked behind the long shot, that's only true if you assume the player doesn't have the hover boots. With the hover boots, you can do a backwalk and backflip to get over these spikes and gain...
So does that mean that you can easily get stuck in the Water Temple in rando? Because like you could just get the hover boots as your first item in rando.
Access to the boss key early. While this might not appear to achieve much at first, think about what we've just done. Access to the boss key is great, but without the long shot, you aren't able to access the boss door to use the key in the first place. So with the hover boots in play, we gain access
but what about
to two
no
additional
logic?
Key doors to unlock out of order.
Where's
But
ZFG, man?
will this be enough? We do have to acknowledge that with the hover boots, we're also able to access a fifth key behind the eye switch puzzle. This much you can do in a few other glitchless ways anyway, but regardless, let's take a look at what position we're in. Using everything we've talked about so far, the 5 keys we have can be used on key doors 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6, leaving us with 0 small keys, and the ever important key door 4, locking the long shot, is now permanently blocking the way. The only small key left is beyond the long shot chest, and we don't have a way to get that chest in any other way within the glitchless rule set. Congratulations! You have officially gotten yourself permanently stuck in the Water Temple. After all this time, I guess that...
Do you need the long shot to complete Ocarina of Time? Because you have the hook shot, and you could do Epona to go... Do you need...
Those kids on the playground.
I'm gonna let Jamie probably answer that.
Telling the truth after all. Now you can finally feel vindicated that the rumors were true, leaving your copy of Ocarina of Time in a permanent state of being unable to progress to the end of the dungeon.
Wait, but why? Wait, hold on. But why? You skipped the thing, but you still have enough keys to get the boss key, and now so you can still go beat the boss.
At which point you'll probably learn how to side flip hover, and then getting that last small key becomes no problem at all. Yeah, there's a reason I was leaving glitches off the table till now. As soon as you allow glitches, you allow for all sorts of sequence breaks that completely reframe this challenge.
Oh, there's a gap.
If you can
okay.
flip out of bounds, you can get to the long shot chest without using a single small key. Hell, don't even bother with the long shot. You can just do a super slide hover to get across the gap, do a staircase hover to skip past the boss door, and be done with the water temple in under a minute. With Ocarina of Time's diverse catalog of glitches, it definitely breaks the water temple wide open in a way that getting stuck is nearly impossible. But maybe there's something else we can do. One suggestion would be to use stale reference manipulation and potentially even arbitrary code execution to really mess things up. SRM and Ace are extremely potent glitches in Ocarina of Time that allow you to do basically anything you want, but they stand as incredibly controversial glitches in the OOT community, as they trivialize a lot of the challenge behind what one can accomplish in the game. In this case, you could use these glitches to delete all your keys, or replace the long shot with an ice trap. You could even give Morpha infinite health, or make the game crash upon entering the water temple. But why stop there? Use Ace to make the water temple inaccessible, or make Link unable to move, or... The point is, with these glitches on the table, everything becomes possible. And with no upper bound, it makes these sort of challenges much less interesting. As it turns out, most speedrun categories for OOT will ban these two glitches, simply because it trivializes the challenge and thought process that goes into a well thought out speedrun category, and I'd argue that it holds a similar standing here. So for the purposes of this video, we're going to rule out SRM and Ace as an approach here, but I think we can get a little more creative. You see, there's another glitch in Ocarina of Time that's been known for a long time, and while powerful, still requires some careful thought and planning in order to be useful.
Bottle.
And I think we can make good use of it here. RBA, Reverse Bottle Adventure, is one of the most iconic glitches.
Why is it called Reverse Bottle Adventure? Why do they call it that?
In the history of Ocarina of Time. Explaining the glitch in full would take far too long for a video like this, so if you're really interested in learning about it in full, I suggest you check out one of these videos that do a great job breaking down everything the glitch has to offer. Trying to sum it up in one sentence is difficult, but I'll try my best. By first doing a glitch to get a bottle on your B button, and then altering the contents of that bottle, you will change something in your inventory, depending on what item is on your C right slot. As far as OOT lingo goes, we tend to use RBA as a verb, such as if I put a bottle on my B button with a PO bottle on C right, what I've done there is referred to as RBAing the PO bottle, and this has the specific effect of altering the number of bomb chews in the inventory. There's a lot of nuance to this glitch and way too many possibilities to sum up here, but unlike Ace, it does have bounds on what you can and can't achieve. After all, it's limited to what we can equip to the C buttons, so I think it's worth talking about in the context of the water temple. Now, I'm willing to bet some OOT speedrunners might be thinking about the incredibly entertaining 37 Water Temple Keys speedrun, where the point of the run is to use RBA to, well, give yourself 37 Water Temple Keys. However, as you might imagine, more Water Temple Keys is not really helpful here, but our approach with RBA doesn't end here. There's so many different parts of the inventory that can be modified with RBA that there's plenty of potential to get ourselves stuck in the Water Temple. In fact, I can think of 3 approaches with RBA that may just offer what we're looking for, so let's examine each of them. My first idea is to delete the water medallion entirely from your inventory. If we consider the medallion proof of beating the dungeon, then deleting it from our inventory might just be a valid approach. Altering medallions is possible by performing RBA.
I mean, that's cool, Jamie, but I want it to then I can't, like, I'm gonna let him watch.
With the Broken Goron sword from the adult trade quest on C right, and you can indeed use this method to delete the water medallion among a few other effects by catching either a fairy or fish on the B bottle. However, you can just as easily get the medallion back by catching something else on this B bottle, as long as you still have Broken Goron sword on C right. You might think that you can prevent this by continuing the trade quest and losing the ability to RBA Broken Goron sword, but if you can believe it, OOT possesses a glitch that can even circumvent this. You might be intrigued over the fact that RBA is called Reverse Bottle Adventure. If it's the reverse, then what about regular Bottle Adventure? While it's a bit different, it turns out that Bottle Adventure, or BA, presents a bit of a snag with our overall goal here. Bottle Adventure is another glitch that's very difficult to explain in anything less than 5 paragraphs, but I'll try to simplify. By traveling from adult to child with a bottle on B, and then traveling back to adult, the item you have on your C right button as a child will modify what item is on your B button when you return to adult. The possibilities for BA cover a ton of scenarios where you'd otherwise lock yourself out of certain items. In this case, if we go back in time with an empty bottle on B, and return to adult with a PO bottle on C right, and we have specifically 50 bomb chews in our inventory, we'll end up with the poacher's saw on our B button as an adult. This functions just like the real
What the heck is that?
And can be traded to the carpenter in Gerudo Valley. This, in effect, returns our actual adult trade item slot to the Broken Goron Sword, so there's no possible way to permanently prevent ourselves from getting the water medallion back. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. We're talking about deleting the water medallion, but in order for that to work out, we'd have to first obtain the medallion legitimately. That requires, well, beating the water temple, and at that point, that kind of defeats the whole notion of getting stuck, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So this first approach isn't going to work out anyway. My second approach involves a set of items which RBA causes to modify major dungeon items, specifically the map, compass, and boss key in each dungeon. As it turns out, having ice arrows on C right will cause a B bottle to affect these items in the water temple, and importantly, allows us to delete the boss key. So, by first obtaining the boss key legitimately, and then RBAing either a fairy, blue fire, or simply emptying the bottle on B, the water boss key will no longer be in our possession. Like before, we can still get this back as long as we have the ice arrows, but let's instead RBA with hookshot on C right. Doing so will replace the ice arrows in our inventory with a bottle, and at this point, we can no longer equip ice arrows on a C button.
Okay.
This makes the water boss key completely unobtainable, and there's no methods of getting it back, not with Bottle Adventure or anything else. I guess that was pretty easy, right? Surely there's no way to beat the water temple anymore, right? Yeah, not even close. We've already seen that skipping the water boss key is easily doable with bomb hovering, and if you know how to do RBA, chances are you know how to do this boss key skip too. We're gonna have to do a little better than that. Both
Wait,
RBA and
but like,
BA.
okay, but like, the moment you introduce the glitching, the moment you can introduce anything, like there's no, how are you gonna do this? How are you going to get stuck in the water temple? Because like you can just teleport anywhere, right?
They provide way too many edge cases that can circumvent any attempt to get truly locked out of beating the water temple. But what if we could prevent these glitches from even being useful in the first place?
If your response is play Ocarina of Time 3D, I might throw up.
Let's start with Bottle Adventure.
That actually would have been a really funny bit. It's just like Ocarina of Time 3D. Yeah. Dude, that would have caused so much drama.
As I've stated before, it's a very useful glitch for acquiring a wide variety of items, even if they've somehow been removed or replaced in our inventory. But the only way to perform it is to travel back in time from adult to child, and then back to adult.
Jackson, what up?
Obviously, if you played OOT, you know that that's not a very difficult thing to achieve, but there is one major roadblock. You see, Sheik blocks us from going back in time until we've beaten the Forest Temple, and much to the frustration of speedrunners over the years, the game checks specifically that you entered the Blue Warp after killing Phantom Ganon, rather than the presence of the Forest Medallion in your inventory. So there's no way of getting around this by, say, glitching the Forest Medallion into your inventory. But how are we going to render the Forest Temple unbeatable? As long as RBA is usable, we're going to run into the exact same problems as Water Temple. So that brings me to my third and final idea. RBA is powerful, but its potential is only limited by the items that we're able to equip on the C buttons. If we were somehow able to replace all the items in our inventory with something useless, we not only nerf the utility of RBA, but we also put the game in a state where progressing is impossible.
What are you gonna do with the
hookshot,
fish?
No explosives. Essentially anything that can help us traverse the game would be gone. And how can this be done? It turns out that we can achieve this with, you guessed it, RBA. Just a few minutes ago, I talked
Okay.
about how you can replace the ice arrow slot in your inventory with a bottle by RBAing hookshot on C right. But it doesn't stop there. If we play our cards right, we can transform every useful item in our inventory into nothing more than bottles. Let's start by acquiring the majority of the equipable items from their legitimate sources. How we get to the items is going to involve some glitches, but it's important that we get these items from their intended sources so that we can't reacquire them later. For example, once we open the Lens of Truth chest and get the Lens of Truth, even if we then replace the lens with something else, the game isn't going to detect this and unopen that chest. It's gone forever.
Okay.
So with that, we'll start our file, and before becoming adult, we'll acquire sticks, nuts, slingshot, fairy ocarina, bomb chews, Lens of Truth, Zelda's letter, bomb bag, beans, Din's fire, and the 3 bottles that are accessible as child. Once we skip the door of time to go adult, we'll acquire the hookshot, Megaton hammer, ice arrows, Ferore's wind, Nehru's love, the 4th bottle, which is easiest to get if we do a glitch called equip swap, which happens to put a bottle on the Din slot, but this is okay.
Oh.
And finally, we'll complete the adult trade quest up to Broken Goron Sword. I didn't just bring this item up earlier to talk about deleting the water medallion. Its ability to modify medallions with RBA is going to be useful here. While the implication is that you need all 6 medallions before you can get the light arrows, in actuality, the game only checks for the presence of shadow and spirit medallions. The game's code just
Why?
assumes that you'd have the rest of the medallions before being able to get the last 2. But by catching a fairy with a bottle on B, with Broken Goron Sword on C right, RBA sets our medallions to
I mean, Nintendo does that kind of with Pokemon too, where you can go the Elite Four in Gen 1, I think, and Gen 2 with like stuff. Jyggy answers your DMs. Michael, I'm hoping so. We'll have more info this week. Likely won't carpool because I don't think I'm coming from New York. More info this week though.
exactly that. Just the shadow and spirit
Thank you though
medallions.
for offering.
With this done, we enter the Temple of Time and trigger the light arrow cutscene, and acquire the light arrows into our inventory as well. We'll also need to get a green and blue potion into one of our bottles each, and we'll bring a fish along to facilitate the RBA process. Okay, we're almost ready to execute this plan, but you may notice a few items missing from the inventory still. We're intentionally avoiding the bow, since having a quiver in our inventory is going to present some potential avenues that could get ourselves unstuck. So to avoid that scenario, we're just going to avoid the quiver altogether. We also avoid fire arrows and boomerang here, since replacing these item slots with bottles is a little bit more complicated, but
So
once we complete our
is
ultimate
Jamie
bottle
replacing
adventure,
every item
neither
with
of
the
these
bottle?
items will be obtainable anyway, so we don't have to worry about them. Before we begin though, there's just one last bit of setup we need to do. Of all places, we need to enter the Water Temple. The first step here is to get the Water Temple boss key. Not because we need it, but because we want to delete it as part of this process, just so we prevent ourselves from ever acquiring it again. So we'll grab 2 keys, skip over to the boss key chest, grab 2 more keys, and then we'll head over to the long shot chest, which, at this point, I sincerely hope you all know how to do. In the long shot room, we're finally ready to execute this plan. First, get a bottle with our fish on B. This is easy enough to do with a simple bomb setup. Then, we'll start the
Fish is
RBA
OP.
process by emptying our B bottle with ice arrows on C right. You may recall that this deletes the boss key. Now, the real inventory destruction begins. We'll repeatedly drop and catch the fish in this bottle on B with different items on C right. And while it's not strictly necessary, just for fun, I'm going to both drop and catch the fish for each item, as this will cause each slot to have a copy of the fish on it. So, we begin our sequence of RBA with the following items on C right in order: hookshot, hammer, beans, lens, Ferore's wind, sticks, nuts, bombs, slingshot, green potion, and finally, blue potion. At this point, our inventory will look like this. We're almost there, but there's still a few items here that we need to get rid of.
Can you use the other fish? Are the other fish vanity, or are they like actual fish? Does it like, you sure can? Okay. I was curious to know, they're real bottles. Yeah, I was really curious to know like what, like how many are real and how many are just like random other items.
That brings us to the reason why we entered the water temple in the first place. We needed to RBA Hookshot to replace the Ice Arrow slot, but we also need to replace the Ferore's Wind slot, which requires a long shot instead on C right. Since we already RBA'd the Hookshot, we can now open the long shot chest, which replaces the Hookshot in our inventory, put the long shot on C right, drop and catch our...
Does it replace, because I know some Zelda items don't actually replace, like if they're upgrades, they don't actually replace it, so this one does.
Fish once more, and Ferore's Wind is also rendered a bottle. Next, we'll do the same with Bomb Shoes on C right, which will replace the long shot. And finally, RBA Ocarina on C right, which overwrites the Ocarina itself. We're almost done, but we still need to overwrite our Bomb Shoes
Bomb
slot.
Shoes and beans.
So by expending any remaining Bomb Shoes in our
and the
inventory, bringing the number of Bomb Shoes
potion
to 0, we can perform a glitch called Bottle Dupe, which will replace the last useful item slot in our inventory. And as a final step, we'll save and reset with the bottle still on B, so that when reloading our file, we've deleted none other than the Master Sword itself.
Wow.
At this point, we finally reached the point where our inventory is effectively useless.
All fish.
The only item slot other than fish bottles belongs to the magic beans, which aren't going to get us very far, as none of the soil patches you can plant them in exist in the adult world. The only items we can get back into our inventory are sticks and nuts, which don't really accomplish much either. Acquiring the fire arrows requires a bow, and getting into Jabu to find the boomerang is going to require explosives, and we don't have either of those now. And even if we could do RBA at this point, all it would be good for is continuing to replace
when you put this in a situation, and out of the okay, wait, I'm lost. There's no way. There is no way to like clip, because I mean we got rid of the Master Sword. You can fight Ganondorf with, you don't have bombs to do the boss key skip, nor the hook shot. You also don't have the Master Sword or anything.
Bottles. And as discussed before, Bottle Adventure can't bail us out because we don't even have a way to get into the Forest Temple now. Not with a hook shot.
Yeah, because without the hook shot or the long shot. Wow.
Without a way forward, Link tragically cannot continue his quest to save Hyrule. But perhaps most importantly, this infamous gaming rumor has once and for all been proven true. Without any way to get into the dungeon's boss room, we have finally gotten ourselves permanently stuck in the Water Temple.
That was great. Good job, Jamie. Wow, man. Yeah, everybody please click the click that link. Leave it open, rewatch it, do something like that. That was wild, man. That was a great video. Yeah, you really can't do anything. That was awesome. Superman dog treat ad? No. I have not seen the Superman dog treat ad. All right, kids. I'm going to use the restroom real quick. And then when we come back, we're going to talk about Game Court, okay? So don't go anywhere. The plan is we will be right back. Don't go anywhere. I want to use the restroom. I'm going to also run 3 minutes of ads. If you are Oh, the ad's already in progress. I didn't even realize. I'll be right back. All right, hi. If I had a dog, I'd be getting him doggy divorceur. What do you mean? What does that mean? Rowan has had a long day, man. Oh, Alita! What up, G-Rebel? What up there? We fired Lakitu? Bro, Alita, you can't just keep, like, letting people go. Okay? There's too much stuff going on. There's too much stuff going on. You can't keep doing this. It's not nice. Like, this economy, we need to keep people in the jobs. Like, how I can't find a job, and how am I supposed to support this guy, man? This guy needs some food. This guy, I don't even have. I got out of the restroom, and I looked at my refrigerator, and I legitimately just don't have anything. So I put, because like, I put water in my water container thingy, and that will inevitably, like, that will inevitably work. Like, it'll be purified in a few, but yeah, it's kind of sucks. I won't lie. It kind of sucks. Don't fire Lakitu. Lakitu deserves money. Anyway, okay. So here's the deal. Let me tell you, kids. Let me give you a thing. Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. Thanks, Alita, for bringing your friends over with me. We are 20 subs away from 250. If anybody is feeling generous, that would be pretty awesome. Please spread the word. But yeah, you can help. What do you mean, Rebel? The job market's very, yeah. I don't want to talk about it. I had another friend that got laid off today. Well, and
it's late,
and it's pretty sad. But the good thing is that they're pretty smart, and they're gonna get a gig real quick. Yo, Rebel, thanks for helping. Yeah, that is helping. Rebel, thank you so much for gifting out those incredible subs. Also, everybody at here is, or here is back, by the way. Yeah, we are way closer. Thank you, Rebel, for gifting a sub to Complete Anime Fan, to The Fox Death, Summer Demure, Dorai, Jurassic Clark, Jasper the Crab. We love Jasper the Crab. Jasper's actually going to be doing a Jyggy 13 shirt design. I just have to talk to them. I'm a clown, and I haven't gotten to message them yet. The True Shadow, Potent Chaos, and Azutra Super Mage, as well as Just K. You've been following the channel since 2022, on February of 2022. So anyway, I have a few things I want to talk about. I have a few things that I want to talk about. Game Court and my trip to PAX. But before that, I apparently missed this when I was on my trip, but Babish went and ate every food at Buc-ee's. And as somebody who went to Buc-ee's on my journey to, and I could not buy a Buc-ee's t-shirt because I couldn't afford it, I want to watch a little bit of this 47-minute video. We're going to hop around. Hi, Samus Primed. Yo, dude. Thanks for continuing that sub. I got to meet Samus Primed at PAX East. It was a good time. She's an incredible human. We had a good time chatting. But thank you for continuing it. I want to watch a little bit of this, and then we're not gonna watch, and then we're gonna talk about PAX East. So, yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
It's laden with queso. The 3-meat sandwich. It awoke a child inside of me that has been dead
My man bought all the Buc-ee's merch. And I'm kind of jealous because I wanted a Buc-ee button down really bad. But what is Buc-ee's? Oh, I will explain once we get it. If you don't know, Buc-ee's is a gas station, but it's more like a country. I don't know if that's the best way to describe. It's okay, dude. It's okay. Hopefully you'll get there next year. Or you'll get to TwitchCon this year. Buc-ee's is a gas station country. And we stopped there on the way to Heroes of Time multiple times. MC, Campy, and I. And Buc-ee's was like a journey. Getting to Buc-ee's was like a breath of fresh air. And MC and Campy and I, like if MC's live one day, chat, ask MC his review of Buc-ee's. It's
Wow. This is probably the meanest thing we've ever done for content.
Hello and welcome to a very special episode of The Best with Babish. I'm currently strapped into the back seat of a 2024 Toyota Sienna, and we're headed at a breakneck pace to the Kentucky border. Why? One word: Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's is both the world's biggest gas station, the size of a football field, and it's apparently a wonderful place to work with fair and equitable wages.
so the cool thing about Buc-ee's is if you work at a Buc-ee's, your starting wage is like $35, which is not the best, but that's pretty good for a gas station. And then once you hit like team manager at Buc-ee's, you make like 70 grand. And then once you get manager, you make like $150,000 if you work at a Buc-ee's. It also has, Buc-ee's also has like, oh yeah, are you kidding me? Yeah. But you once you hit manager at Buc-ee's, you make like 150 grand, which is insanity. I mean, that's not insanity. That's pretty awesome. But the other thing about Buc-ee's is known for having the cleanest bathrooms in the world. And they are very friendly. I won't lie. Everybody at Buc-ee's made me feel at home when I was dying with my kidney stone.
Starting wage for a warehouse and grocery stocker, $18 an hour.
Look at that. Wait, literally right here, Buc-ee's employees. So yeah, the smallest one you make is $18 an hour. But then you can, general manager of a Buc-ee's is $225,000, bro. You also get a match of up to freaking 401k of 100% match up to 6%. You get 3 weeks of paid time off. You get freaking, you can use it, you can cash it, you can roll it. This is the first year. You get health care, you get part-time availability, plus $2 an hour for overnight. Bro. I know Wawa is pretty good too. I have cousins that are like in the Wawa management, you know, like they're up there. But like, dude, to be a you get $125,000 to be an assistant general manager. Like, this is pretty insane. That's really good. That's really good for Buc-ee's, let me tell you.
What is the minimum wage nowadays? $7.25. Still at $7.25? This is a Texas-based company.
Hi, Automaton Princess.
Starts its wages
I love your
at
Twitch name.
$18 an hour. And once you start getting a manager position, we're looking at $100,000 to $225,000 a year. No experience necessary. This is an American dream. And apparently the quality of all their stuff is supposed to be through
Joel,
the
thanks for
roof.
subbing.
Why didn't everybody conduct their business this
9
way?
away, everybody.
I don't know anything about businesses. So I'm here to tell you that this is how it should be done. We're gonna go there and we're gonna rank all their most popular snacks, drinks, and others. All that stands between us and Buc-ee's is a 1-hour road trip. Let's see if I and the others in this vehicle psychologically survive the experience. Penis.
Andy, I thought I asked you to be quiet.
Penis.
Boobs. Andy,
Butt.
I will turn this car around.
Boobs.
First off, let me tell you, on my journey with Campy and MC, it was a medicated journey to Heroes of Time in Orlando, Florida, where we did the show. I was on meds the entire time because of my kidney stone. But Buc-ee's, we stopped at 2. And oh baby, was it a journey, man. It was incredible. It was yeah. Did it finally pass? I don't know. I think so.
Balls.
What did your kid do?
Balls!
There's a bailiff in Pennsylvania. There's a sign that says you're going the wrong way. What up, homie?
Hello?
What's up, dude?
Hey, what's up, man? I just wanted to call and tell you, I don't know why you were worried about your BO problem this weekend at PAX East. Like, you didn't smell that bad.
I smell pretty bad.
No, you like, do you smell, like, good? No, but you didn't smell that bad.
Game court, I was smelly, dude. Like I went home and made and lathered in
No, you didn't smell that bad.
at game court.
I'm being very genuine. You didn't smell that bad.
I smelled pretty bad at game court. I was stressed.
No, you smelled.
I was
You
ripe.
were sweaty.
Yeah.
No, you were sweaty, but like genuinely, like I'm not doing a bit anymore. It's over. Like, oh my god, wait, are you live?
Yeah, I'm live.
Oh. No, okay. No, I'm being very genuine. Right now, like, you just smelled like a person.
I smelled like a person. That's good. I was pretty sweaty at game court. I won't lie. Like,
No, I know, but like, I know you, and I know you put on deodorant and cologne. So like, I think you just sweat off the like cologne, but so you just smelled like neutral, like a normal. You know?
I saw multiple people posted in the game court. I mean, we have analytics to tell you this. The hot take was that Jyggy smelled good. That was the hot take. So it obviously was that I smelled terrible.
Shut up.
Like, no, that's not even a bit. That's true. Multiple people posted that.
Oh, shut up. That's so dumb.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Fuck those little clowns. You know what? I'm actually glad you're live. I want to talk to all your rat fuck audience members.
Yeah.
$100
For what?
guys, that I would bail.
Yeah, it was $100. It was
I
$100.
would not show up.
$100 that I would need a backup for game court.
I want everyone in chat. I want someone in chat right now to name one instance I've ever bailed on you for a content piece. Where
They
you have
can't.
told me I need you.
They
I know they
can't.
can't because I'm a friend who shows up.
It's true. That is
Fuck
true.
those rat fucks. Fuck, call them rat fucks.
I'm not going to. They heard you.
No, but you need to say it.
Rihanna says your normal streams that you don't show up to.
I plead the fifth. I don't know. I don't know to what she is referring.
It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. How are you back in California?
Yeah, I flew back yesterday. I passed out. I woke up with a major migraine today, so I just didn't do any computer stuff today.
Yeah. No, I mean I relate. I get you. I didn't get back until like. I did not get back until like 5:30. So.
Did you get home today?
Yeah, I got home today.
Oh my god, we stayed Sunday?
No. I left Sunday, but then I stayed at my parents' house for Mother's Day. I cooked my mom salmon.
Oh, okay, that's nice. That's sweet.
Yeah, I did salmon, and then I came back today.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was good. It was good.
All
was
right.
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Game Court was awesome. I hope everyone watched it, and if they didn't, you need to kill them.
Yeah, it was funny because a lot of people were telling me that the viewer experience on Twitch was unwatchable, and I felt bad. But when I went and looked at the VOD, yes, there's some glitches. Yes, my chat for some reason is on the screen, which is sad, but it's fine. I mean, I recorded it, so we'll upload the actual record. But like, the viewer experience was not disgusting. It was just there was some glitches because of the fact that it was running off of a 5G phone.
You ran it off of a 5G phone?
Yeah, that's why I was struggling the entire time.
We
had no internet. I didn't know you had a backpack. I was dying.
Dog, you should have told me. I thought you had a backpack.
No, we were dying. I need a puck so bad.
Dude, I'm so sorry. I have a stream backpack.
I need to invest in one. It's
I
time.
mean, let me connect you with a guy. I don't know if you need to, actually.
I would love that because I've been IRL streaming a lot, and also like that show. yeah, there's things I need to fix about it, but yeah, the entire thing was run off of my 5G phone, and it wasn't even 5G. It was like LTE 4 bars. So
Yeah. I felt bad. I like during the show, if you don't mind me just like fucking talking shit now.
Yeah.
I don't know how behind curtains you want this conversation.
No,
I
that's
felt
fine.
bad. I kept sawing you like lean over to clink it, and I was like, okay, like I will just make sure this keeps moving.
You did great. No, everybody did great, because yeah, we kept trying to fix the broken problems. At one point, because we were on 5G internet, the entire dashboard on like logged us out. So I had to relog into Twitch. I then had to put in like my Authy in order for us to get the actual like takes, because the way the show works is we use the dashboard. And this wasn't because of the dashboard itself. This was just because the laptop was connected to the 5G. And then the other thing is my laptop that was running the broadcast was running the entire dashboard, which the way it works is there's no way to get the one glitch in the dashboard is that you, when like hot takes don't delete, they just stay in the system. So the website gets bigger and bigger and bigger. We had over 4,000 votes or something like that. So it just gets really bogged down, that version of Chrome. Added on to the fact that the laptop was running the OBS, encoding via OBS, projecting to the big projector, and then also running the secondary monitor. She was upset. The computer was upset.
They don't offer streaming just from their setup.
Well, so they do for the bigger shows, but our show, the delete button doesn't work, Jay. There's multiple times where the delete button doesn't work. I'll talk to you about that later. But yeah, no, they for the big shows they offer streaming, but basically I asked 2 months ago that we needed an Ethernet line, and they just flat out told me like no. They know. But I did do a tech check in the morning at 9 a.m. for it.
That's just surprising, because I even just give all shows streaming, because like if you can just make one more person want to go to PAX East,
it's worth it.
See it live in person. Yeah, it's like they're a company that only makes a profit if you go, right?
Yeah.
So like if you see the show and like someone goes, oh man, I wish I could like boo at Scooter for opening up ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Like that, like you can only do that at PAX East. You can only tell me I suck to my face, which someone did do, by the way, which was insane.
Wait, really? Like genuinely?
I walked out, and like someone just walked up to Crub and I and was like, "You suck for using ChatGPT," and just walked away.
Wow.
I was like, "Dog, I don't know what to tell you. That's just."
That was a funny bit.
Like,
that was on brand. That was funny.
I was like, dude, I'm like, that's crazy. That's an insane thing to do. But yeah, but like that, you can only tell me to kill myself at PAX East, and that's why you should buy a ticket.
I mean, I like the goal with the show, and I've said this 1,000 times, is that I didn't want. I do think that we achieved it. I did not want it to be a panel. I wanted it to be a show. I wanted people to go there and be entertained and have the ability to participate if they wanted to. And I think we achieved that. And that's always my goal with that show. It was not educational content. It was fun.
I think it's a really fun show.
Yeah. And I have things I want to fix about it, but in reality, it's only the second time I did it, and it's hard because.
What do you want to fix about it, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I would like I want to like tech setup wise, I want to figure out how to actually streamline it so then even in scenarios where they give us 20 minutes, we aren't stressing and I can actually sit there and start the show. Like my intro was not good; it wasn't good. And I also want the ability to have more time where I can actually run through the show with talent, make sure everybody feels comfortable and confident. And
well, I mean, that one is just you saying like, "Hey, the night before, let's just meet up."
Yeah. There's like those are the kind of fixes that I want to make. Is just like by doing them more, I will have the ability to fix them. And so like little things like that, and then I want the ability to like this was the first, so we switched from Go XLR to beacons for this one, and that worked great. But then there's little things that I didn't know about that software, and then like there's things that I want to change that make it a little bit easier for us to run the show, where we got through I think it was six hot takes, and that's not bad. That's what I expected. In fact, I actually only quota for 1 hour to have 5 because I didn't know if we'd have more debates. People had feedback on that the expert jury members should have more of an opinion on the topic, but in my mind, I don't think that's not. I think it's necessary for them to know a little bit about it, but I don't think that they need to be like. I'm not gonna limit myself. I would rather have entertaining people like the three of you guys.
So here is my one, like, and again, you can tell me to not do this right now.
No,
like, I don't want to like embarrass you at all.
No, you're not. Like I want to talk about it because in reality, this is a thing I'm building. You know, it's my road show. How do I make the road show better?
Do you want me to do this on Discord too? Like I feel.
Yeah, you can do it on Discord. That's fine.
Hold on, let me call you on Discord.
Bye.
I'm outside waiting for the movie to start, but I have an hour. Hold on, I'll call you on Discord.
Wait, what? You have an hour before the movie to start?
Yeah, I fucked up. I thought the movie was at 9, and I went and got dinner with Amanda at like 7, and I was like, I'll only have to wait outside for like 30 minutes. And I'm like, the movie's at 9:30. Oh.
Okay, well, call me on Discord.
Okay.
Dude's waiting outside a damn movie. All right, we'll go back to the Bucky's video, but like I'll open up Game Court because I'm down to talk about this, and I want everybody to share your opinion too. We're not. Look, let it be known before Scoot calls. I in fact had a freaking fantastic time with Game Court. It was awesome. I had doing it a second time was incredible. And we put in like it was genuinely an awesome time.
Hello.
Hey, dude.
Hey, what's up?
All right. Let me just say words for me. Test.
Okay. You can hear me?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
You're good.
Okay, huge.
Yeah.
Okay. So I hear what they're saying about like the jury members having like an opinion or like a stronger understanding of like the genre. I get what they're saying. My opinion as a jury member is I don't really know why I, as a creator, was the jury member. If you get what I mean. I really didn't feel like I did a lot for the show, which is fine, but like I was kind of just like there being obnoxious.
See, I disagree that you didn't do anything for the show. First off, let me also... Hi, Pippi. Thank you very much for bringing your friends over to me. Welcome to the show, everybody. My name is Jiggy. I play Zelda most nights here, so welcome. We're talking about my road show, which is Game Court. So to say I disagree is mostly because the idea behind the jury members is that you three were supposed to be like you're as much of a host as I am. As much as I'm driving, a show, you three, and you guys did it too. I mean, I have showing up on the screen you standing up with Alex with the damn chairs, hilarious. But basically, I look at it like the jury members are supposed to be the ones that kind of enable the lawyers, the guests, because as I don't want it to turn into like, we had Crub on there and that was awesome, and we had like Elias, who is a member of the Metroid community, but in reality I do want it that we have the ability to have people like that lady who is the video game master's degree person. Like I want more people that are just there showing up to the show to be the ones that are doing the debates. It doesn't mean that I'm against like the jury members kind of being more, I don't know, having more like say.
I think what I meant more so is that I not that I didn't do anything. That was probably a poor choice of words. It's that
the judges or the jury members on the panel, to me, it felt like we didn't really have any power in the show, which I don't know if that's by design.
So the power that you were supposed to have was your vote, but I get what you're saying. Is that like, would that be like picking the, would you be interested in the jury members kind of helping us pick the takes? Because I did think of an idea where if we wanted to, because of the fact that multiple people can log into the dashboard at a time, I did think like if I had like an iPad or even you guys on your phones could open the dashboard and queue up takes you liked. What do you think of that?
That's definitely interesting. I don't know if that fixes what that might fix what I'm saying. I'm not really sure. I would have to see whatever you do the next time. I'm just saying it felt like my vote is weighed as it should be. I want to be very clear, as it should be, was weighed as much as like regular Tom, who famously was at the Game Court show, which is what it should be. But I'm like, I don't know why I'm up there with the microphone at that point, you know?
Yeah. I mean, the big thing with it was that there's 5 votes altogether. You have us 4 and then chats and plus audience, chat plus audience. Now
okay. I think that was then, to be completely honest, I think that was lost for me, where like the chat vote up on top. I thought that was just whoever won. Oh, no. They're the tiebreaker. And it happened a couple times. I think twice that they were the tiebreaker. It was, I think I explained it a little bit better at MagFest compared to this one, where the idea was like, if you and I get into a battle about how GameCube is the GameCube and you hate it and I like it, and then Alex Normaki and Kelly also get into a battle where it's 2-2, chat's the final vote. Chat's the tiebreaker vote. Okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
And in reality, at PAX East or at MagFest, we actually were giving away money to the winner of the debate show.
Oh my God! What?
Yeah. So MagFest gave us like their equivalent of gift cards to the merch table, where the winner of the debate got like $20 and then the loser got like $5 that they could then go buy merch with.
That's crazy.
I like that idea, and in the future, I'd like to implement a prize system of some sort. I think it'd be really cool.
Yeah.
But I want the jury members to feel that their vote matters, because in reality, the only people that have power are us 4, and then
I think that was something that I just missed because I had nerves as well going up on stage and. Naturally, I might have just missed that. That's my bad.
No.
I'm gonna bear that cross.
No, because it's definitely it's not a bad thought. It's not a bad opinion. Like if that's the way you felt and your talent, then it's like, okay, well then I want to look at what we do.
Well, yeah, I did, but I just didn't understand it because of a complete, just intrinsic misunderstanding of the show. And that's on me for just not understanding it, and that's just on me. I saw the bar on the screen and I was like, oh, that determines who wins.
Yeah, no, that's on me for not expressing to you all what actually matters with it. But yeah, I mean, chat, I'm looking at this and it's rough. It's rough when it comes to the also the fact that my Twitch chat is on the screen and we were live on Scootish's, Kelly's, and Alex's channel. That kind of sucks. That's on me because it didn't go away.
Wait, what? That doesn't suck. Why does that suck?
My chat should not be on your screen if I'm broadcasting to your channel.
Oh, I don't care.
No, I do though. That's just how it is. Yeah. Especially because it's not in the design of the show. You know what I mean? Like it's not it's not meant to be in the overlay.
I mean, I think they were late getting out of there. We should have set, for future set up shared chat, figured that out.
Yeah. I agree.
And that would have made it
made the view count not atrocious, would have made you like maybe a little happier.
Oh no, I was actually really happy with it. My average is relatively high. But that's because people like Game Court. People like the show, but I agree that between all of us, it would have been better with shared chat, and that just came down to us.
No, that was the last thing to set up.
Yeah, and I genuinely needed like 5 more minutes to set up. All I needed was 5 more minutes.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. We were racing against time, and we didn't have enough time.
Yeah.
Which is totally fine and valuable. I have a completely different pitch for the show to kind of change it in a way, but keep it at its core, and you can tell me if you hate it or not.
No, I'm interested.
What if you made it like Phoenix Wright? You know, like 2 on defense, 2 on prosecution, and like that's what they always were for like the guest judges or whatever. And then people would like still give their opinions, and like chat's still the jury, and then you can kind of like score it of like, okay, defense is winning, prosecution's winning, and then you can like split the room in half. Like you're rooting for like defense, you're rooting for. Now, actually, I'm saying this out loud. I hate that because then everyone's gonna be swayed to vote for their team, and they're not gonna listen to the points. Never mind.
It's not a bad idea. I actually, one thing that I really liked having, like, and it's funny because it happened at both of them. We had Crub, and then we had Tom Fox at MagFest.
Yeah. Where
we had genuine entertainers that also came up and did their thing, and at this show we did as well. I don't think there's a world where one of the takes is not like I feel like there could be one of the, like, Alex also wanted to prosecute at one point, and I said no because that's just not how the show works.
Right. 100%.
But I'm wondering if there's a world where the panelists or where our jury members could do like a friendly debate as one of them or something like that, where we do like an all-star debate bit. It's like maybe that's part of the whole, like, if we have a way for talent to pick the next one, and because right now Clinket's the only one doing it. I don't know which hot take gets picked up next. She asked me if I
thought it was the flashcard thing.
She picks me, she picks which hot take is gonna be next. I will say yeah, that'll work, or no, that one won't work. But most of the time she's the one, and then it'll pop up on the front, it'll pop up for us to see it, and then I read it out loud, and that's when you have the audience reaction. But if we have a way for like, okay, Sonic versus Mario or something, and then like you go up for Sonic and I go for Mario, is that a thing? I don't know. I really want to like figure out the best way to make the show new and fun, but then also like keep people.
I think it's I do genuinely think it's unique, and I think you're probably the only person doing something like that at a convention.
Yeah, I mean, that was the whole goal, was that what is my version of a road show, because I want to go to these conventions. I want to make these conventions more fun for me, and then also for us as the audience or as people that are going there. But then, I don't know. For me, it's like, what's a fun show that I can do on Twitch too? Because like,
yeah.
I don't want it to ever be like, oh, you can only see it if you're at the event. I
think you are incredibly smart for like I genuinely know like I think 3 people that filmed their panels for like YouTube content that but I'm not counting podcasts. I'm counting like a real new genuine ideas.
Yeah, I mean, in reality, a video game opinion debate show is not like a new idea, but
no. But how you're doing it is a new idea for sure.
Yeah. And for me,
don't sell that short.
Oh, I'm not. I genuinely love the bones of this show. It's just now I want to make it even better. Because in reality, it's also fun for my friends. Like even though I was stressed out.
I had a really great time.
Yeah, like even though I was stressed out, I've done this twice now, and both times have been genuine blasts. Like I've just had a good time. So,
good. I'm glad.
It's cool. I do appreciate you
Are
being
you pitching
on
it for TwitchCon?
I am pitching it for TwitchCon. I'm also pitching it for SGDQ, which will be probably a smaller one if they take it, because SGDQ is weird. And then the Too Many Games. That'll be Too Many Games in PAX East.
Wait, is Too Many Games? Too Many Games is I'm sure it's already filled. It's in June.
So I met with the like runner of Too Many Games.
Oh yeah.
And they were like, let's talk next week. So I have a meeting with them this week to talk about it. See.
I mean, I'll be there too if you want to throw me on that again.
Yeah, I guess that one will be retro games, right? Because Too Many Games is all about retro games.
Yeah. Well,
no.
Well, it's about all games now. It's about all games now.
All
I would say. I would argue it's no longer about retro games.
So okay, Scoot, what is your opinion on the topics system? Because let me tell you, we had I think, Jay, how many? We had like over 400 hot takes submitted, and there were a lot of them that were not, they didn't understand the whole 6th generation thing, because they just were doing like,
I don't know. I did not know the term 6th generation until I walked in that theater.
Okay. 354 total, which is pretty good.
No, I think that's great.
And so but I'm worried that if it's too vague, then it'll get kind of stale. Where if I go like, everyone just post your video game hot takes, we'd run into the same video game hot takes every time.
No, you're doing it the right way. You're doing it the right way. You just need to find it. You just worded it like
okay.
And like if you worded it like a little differently, like if you said like, what's your hot, like I think you for that, I don't know. 6th generation is probably correct, but I just didn't know what that meant.
Yeah.
And I saw the parentheses getting cut off, so no one, I imagine a lot of that, people would get confused. I agree with how you're doing it. The way you're writing it is like genuinely the right way to write it.
Okay.
I just think,
better topics.
I don't know.
Like easier, more succinct topics. Like at MagFest, it was easy. I did video game music hot takes. That was
that's easy. Yeah,
super easy.
Like I think you could just niche down real small and go, what's your Nintendo GameCube hot take?
Yeah, the only reason why I didn't do that was I thought that was actually too small. I thought that we would have it, I'd be limiting it to, it's a GameCube panel, where I thought roping in PS2 and Xbox could cause a little bit more hot takes.
And again, you're right. Like that is the correct statement and thought. I just don't know what else you'd say besides 6th generation.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm the dweeb that should know what that means, and everyone is calling me stupid right now.
No, they're not.
But
Everybody in chat said the same thing. People in chat are saying the exact same thing. Like, people are saying that they just did not get which consoles were 6th generation. They had to Google it.
Okay, sick.
So it's not cool. You. It's the fact that they had to Google it is not what I want. I should have said just said PS2, GameCube, and Xbox, and then called it a day. Yeah.
Let's workshop. What's going to be let's say everything goes well, you get Too Many Games. What's your thing?
I think Too Many Games, I would want to, I know that you said it's not retro console, but I think retro games, but I think I would want to do another consoles one where it's like SNES, Genesis, and PS1,
What if you just did, what is your retro gaming hot take?
So we just do retro games.
Just fucking broad it out. Don't fucking, what's your 1st generation console hot take, or I don't even know if that's right, or 3rd generation. I don't know what that means. Actually, too many games. That is the crowd that would know exactly what that means.
I do.
to be honest.
So Regis asked the question: is retro too broad? But I don't think so. I think if we do today's topic is retro games. I mean, I think people at too many games would understand that. Like, I'm talking SNES,
My retro
NES.
gaming hot take is PS4 is a retro console.
Well, that's the bit people are. God, dude, I was watching. I was doom scrolling on TikTok for the first time in a really long time this morning, and there was this dude, and this dude he pulled up. He's like, he must have been a young Gen Z or an old Gen Alpha, and the guy was just like, bro, guys. You might play the Nintendo Switch, but I found out that Nintendo made these Pokemon games for this really old console, the Game Boy Advanced. And he pulls up a Game Boy Advance SP, and my brain shut off. My brain.
Well, I mean, it is a really old console at this point. You got to admit.
I know, but my brain, I can't handle it, man. I'm
hey,
feeling
man,
old.
We're old. We're old. We're old.
I'm feeling old.
We're the old guard now.
I guess it was 20 years ago, so I don't know.
Yeah, I would just do what's your retro gaming hot take, just to make it like super easy, super blatant, super bland.
What would you do for TwitchCon? What topic?
TwitchCon?
Because we have two choices in my mind, but I'm curious to know what you think.
What's your video game stream hot take?
That was what I was thinking, was like what stream games, like the stream games is like best games for streaming.
My stream game hot take, the best games to stream are the worst games.
Yeah. But I'm worried that that's like too vague too.
No, I don't think that's vague at all. I think that's very clear.
The audience.
When you say Twitch stream video game, I think most people will think the top categories on Twitch, which are League of Legends, Grand Theft Auto, PUBG, Fortnite. And I think that's what they think of. But I think genuinely, like, my hot take that I hear all the time, that I'm, like, told, like, why would you ever, like, play this, is, like, going on it to itch.io and, like, playing a game that barely works. Like, those are the best streams.
They're funny. You get to experience something that not many. Yeah, I do. I think that one would be good. That one would be good.
Also, you may get a bunch of, like, the small streamer community weirdos on Twitter
pissed
and like play the games that only make you happy.
Oh, dude, that would be I don't know, I
would if anyone did that IRL, I would actually laugh at Twitch.
I would stand up.
That'd be so fucking funny.
I would.
God,
honestly, that would turn into one of those debates. If somebody came up and they said hot take, or not hot take is actually no, I would pull the opposite. The hot take is that you can't play games that make you happy. You know?
No, that's the hot take, but that's the correct take. Yes.
Yeah.
Handshake. Yes. I tell people this all the time, and they always tell me I'm wrong, but I'm like, dog, I don't like. No one wants to watch Final Fantasy IX. I'm sorry.
Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm lucky I get to play Zelda, and Zelda does make me happy. But also, Zelda every day of my life for over 2 years. I like other video games, chat. You all know that. But
it takes a really long time to build your niche. It takes forever.
Yeah, it really does. And if you want to be variety, oh my God, I'm
kind of thinking about it. That one might be too close to home.
What? Doing video game or Twitch games hot take?
Yeah, that might be too close to home.
Interesting.
You might get fucking just weird like fucking like streamers jumping up and being like, "No, I love this game. And this is how I stream and I love it." And they'll view it as an attack on them when it's not really an attack on them. It's just like talking about like a broad general statement. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's the show.
I don't know. Maybe I'm being too anxious about it, but I think ideally you're fine. With that show, that's what I would do.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna submit it. I don't think personally I'm a big enough draw for TwitchCon. I think TwitchCon, they like to do their show segment, like show panels with big streamers.
They'll give it to you.
I'll be shocked.
They won't give you main stage.
Oh, I don't want main stage.
No, they'll give you like a panel show.
Yeah.
They'll give you a panel show, and they'll you know why they'll give you a panel show? Because it's safe. They're not gonna have to ban you for a month from that show.
Oh, so I shouldn't talk
about. Oh, I can't. I don't even want to say it on Twitch. I don't even want to say it on Twitch right now.
Well, I mean, you should say it on Twitch. You'll get included into a really great podcast on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll get banned for a month. It'll be a good time. Jesus. Chat, do your research. That's all you gotta know. Just do your research. Go do a little Googling.
No, but they would pick you. That's a safe show, and that you're not gonna cause controversy.
The video game debate show that I picked, Twitch hot takes. Now that would cause just flat out Twitch hot takes.
No, Twitch hot takes is gonna be it's gonna be some insult like, I actually think Emeru should be streaming with a big hoodie on exclusively.
No,
it's gonna be like a weirdo take. It's gonna be like an insano. Like
it could easily turn into like. The freaking not takedown, but like bullshit, like specific insider nonsense, you know?
Yeah, no. So like make it about the games that are streamed on Twitch.
Yeah,
and you're fine.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I agree. That'd be
like
cool.
You're not offending anyone there. Like
No.
You're just like talking about like, oh well, I really think like Fortnite's actually a fun game to stream. Like that's the topic.
Well, I think it'd be interesting. Like, like a hot take I have is that the Dead by Daylight directory is actually extremely healthy. It's just that people don't want to watch new streamers. You know,
Wait, what is the conception? I actually don't know the conception there.
So the conception is that the Dead by Daylight directory is the same as like the League of Legends directory. Where it's just people don't like, it's just terrible and there's a million people streaming with one viewer. But I think that the Dead by Daylight directory is actually it's a really healthy directory for horror streamers to jump into that already have.
Yeah.
It's really easy to, yeah.
No, I completely agree.
But that's a hot take.
That is. Yeah, that's a hot take.
Yeah, it's a major hot take. A lot of people think the Dead by Daylight directory is a disaster zone. But
Freddy Fazbear is in the game now.
He is. He's coming. He's coming. Yeah, it's gonna be. What movie are you seeing?
Thunderbolts.
I want to see it.
I know. I've been doing really the subathon, so I just like took a nap, woke up with no headache, and was like, I'll get some food. I'll go see Thunderbolts. And I will go to bed.
That just sounds like a good time.
I know, but no one wants to see Thunderbolts with me.
Well, if I was in California, I would go with you, bud.
Thanks, man.
I was really.
I went
bummed.
into my old boss's. Oh, go on.
Your old boss, Doug? Did you get fired yet?
Yeah. I got fired. I went into my old boss's Twitch chat today and said, "Hey, after stream, do you want to see Thunderbolts?" And he just goes, "Man, you can't pitch me a worse time of a thing I don't want to do."
What?
And I was like, well, okay, Doug. But he was like, I do want to hang out. And I was like, well, no, you don't, because you haven't paid me yet. I need to sue him for workers' rights. Go on, what were you saying?
Get rehired. That's what you got to do. Get rehired.
Get rehired?
Yeah. What's the stipulation that he rehires you? We need a new bid.
Doug, I'll drop the lawsuit if you rehire me at $7.50 a day.
True. that adds up. That adds up.
Dude, I got like $1,300 from him. It does add up.
It does add up. Yeah, it really does.
No, what were you saying you're upset about though?
I was upset because the Revenge of the Sith was back in theaters and I had nobody to go with, and I was like, dude, if Jackson was still in the city, I would have gone with me.
I would have gone. I saw it. I asked like 2 people and they were like, no. I was like, I don't want to ask anyone else.
It's just one like, do you remember in college with the giant movie marathon when what was it, 8 came out?
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah,
it was a good time. It was a good time. Anyway, I'll let you go. Great. Thanks so much for being on Game Court, and I hope that you get to be on it again in the future.
Yeah, man, I will totally be on it. I don't know if you know people going to too many games, but I have a lot of people. If you need help filling that, panel booth.
Yeah, name me. Give me some ideas of who you think would be awesome for it, and then I'm gonna talk to them. We could
maybe get Sailboat.
That would be fun. I know Crafty knows Sailboat too, and I met him at PAX last year, so that'd be kind of fun.
Oh, I met him. I played Magic with him at the Red Bull Creator Lounge.
Oh, that's just with the DJ, just.
Yeah, Knee Beats was DJing, and she was. We moved the table right in front of her. We were just playing Commander.
Honestly, I bet that they loved that. I bet they were like, "Yep, these guys are killing it. These guys are doing exactly what we want."
I'm gonna be honest. I walked in, I hated it, and then when we were leaving, I looked over to I introduced you to Don, right? Were you around me at all when I was around Don?
Yeah.
Yeah. I looked over to Don and I was like, dude, I'm gonna be honest. This place kind of fucks, and I'm sad that it's gone now. And he's like, I was thinking the same thing.
The Creator Lounge, yeah.
Yeah, it's actually awesome.
It was kind of fun. Like we hung out. So we first went into like the room next to it, like the 212. I've B-roll of us walking in, and it's just like, wow, the Red Bull Creator Lounge, and it's just an empty room with tables and a single Red Bull fridge. And I look over at like Crafty and oh my god, who was I with? Andrew. And I was like, this is wild. This is just like what happened here. And then we were walking down the hallway and we heard the music and I was like, that's more on brand. That's where we went. They had like the mocktails, they had the Sims. It was cool.
The racing sim was awesome, dude. As an F1 freak, that thing was so sick.
I didn't know you were an F1 freak.
I'm an F1 little. I almost said a slur. Whoops, caught myself. Yeah, no, I love F1.
I have to.
Because of the men. I want to be very clear.
Oh, because of the men?
Oh my God! Have you seen Lewis Hamilton?
Our F1 chat.
Look up Lewis Hamilton right the fuck now.
They're Lewis. Are you really
Hamilton F1?
Hamilton F1. Chat. This is a confirmation that all F1 men are hot. Lewis.
No, they aren't. No, I want to be very clear. They are not all hot. Some of them are.
British race car man. Yeah, okay.
Dude, he's hot.
He's kind of like.
He's hot.
He's kind of like young Orlando Bloom. He's got that. Yeah. Okay, I get it.
What?
He's got the same vibe as like Orlando, a little bit of Orlando Bloom. It's the mustache.
Jiggy, he's black.
Okay, that has nothing to do with it.
Okay. Orlando Bloom's crazy.
Are
you comparing him to a white man?
I'm not. I'm the facial hair. Orlando, though Bloom, Pirates of the Caribbean. Not Pride and the Prejudice. The clean cut vibes. Okay. Mustache. See chat. Just a little bit. I'm not freaking nuts.
Is chat agreeing with you?
No, they're not.
Okay, thank God. I was like, am I the fucked up one here?
They're not. They're not agreeing with me. They're not agreeing with me.
No, I think it's very accepting of you, man.
Okay.
No, but I love F1. I love it so much.
I want to just see a race. I want to see at least one race. That's what I want to do.
I will text you when I make plans for I'm probably going to go to CODA, which is in Austin.
Oh, in Texas.
I'll text you when I do that. Yeah, I'll text you when I go to
That'd
Texas,
be fun.
and you can see if you want to buy a ticket. I'll give you a warning. They're a little steep.
A little steep. Do we
Yeah.
rope the young man into it? He's in Texas.
Are you talking about Rainey?
Yeah, the young man.
Dude, he's a full adult now. We can't call him a young man.
He's younger than us. We can call him the young man.
I don't want to do that to him anymore. He's a man.
Okay, he's in Texas. That'd be fun. I'm down. You tell me what you want to do, and I'll see if I can float it. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Or if you want to go crazy, we can go to Suzuka.
Suzuka?
Yeah, it's in Japan.
Okay, I do really want to go to Japan though.
That's what I'm fucking saying.
I really want to go to Japan because Japan is actually really affordable right now for Americans because of the money. It's just the flights suck. They're the only ones.
Yep.
But like I was I was talking about how like you can get a hotel room, like a suite at a Marriott in Japan or for like $32 a night.
I stayed in a 5-star hotel for $75 a night.
Yeah, it's bonkers. It's bonkers, dude. It's like I want to go because I feel like now is the only time in my life I'll be able to go, and I also think now is the only time I'll be able to afford to go if I can just get the damn airline tickets. I want to go really bad.
No, we'll figure it out, man.
Yeah, that'd be fun. All right, dude. Enjoy your movie.
All right,
and we'll talk this week.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Hey, what are you playing tonight?
Playing? Probably nothing. I was gonna play Zelda, but probably nothing. Knowing me.
Okay, I have a game for you to play.
What game?
Okay, it's called Undertale 2.
Oh my god, really?
It's on itch.io. It's fantastic. Undertale 2 is one of the best games I've ever played in my life.
Undertale 2 itch.io. All right,
It's so sick.
I'll look at it right now. All right,
dude, it's one of the best games I've ever played. You got to play through all of it.
Play through all of it?
All of it.
Okay. All right, cool.
Okay, cool.
Bye, dude.
Okay, bye.
Looking for Undertale 2 trailer. It's right here. Oh, Jesus Christ. What am I looking at? A yummy and fresh Undertale full of haha totally unique monsters. I think that my computer is dying, dude. Make funny friends. Bro, my computer can't even run a YouTube video right now. They put fishing in Undertale too. Okay. That was something. That was a thing. Apparently Undertale 2 is a real thing. Reminds me of like Meme Run, man. So I mean, okay, well we were talking about Game Court, man, and let me tell you, I had a really good time. I had a really good time with Game Court. There was a lot of
That location, I'll try. Okay.
No further questions.
2000s RPG or 2000s Flash games. Yeah, it would be a really good one. Best like online Flash games, bro. My computer can't even run a 480p video right now. What is happening that my computer is just dying? I really have no idea. We need what nothing. It's my fans. I only have one fan that works again now. One fan is the only one that's working right now. So but like before I left a month ago, it's like I turned off my computer for a month and then it's just dying, bro. It's just dying. Gotta clean out the yeah, I do have to clean out the dusts. Hi, baby. Hi, Roro. But I think I need to. I need either a computer sponsor or I need some big stuff. But hey, you know what I will say though, exclamation point Aver. If you're looking for a, here it goes. If you're looking for a brand new capture card, Aver Media has got you covered with their entire lineup of Aver Media capture cards. My recommendation would be to get this right here. This is the AverMedia Elite Go. It's 120. Wait, you can get the black the gray version for 100 and oh wait, is that the yeah, it's a streaming one. This right here, this is the AverMedia Elite Go. This is the streaming capture dock. $119. You can get it tomorrow. Tomorrow. Here is the link. If you were at PAX, you could get this for $100, but it's still pretty good. It's only $20 more on Amazon. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's my favorite card that they have right now. They also have their other capture cards available right now as well, including this one right here. This is the AverMedia AverMedia Extra Go. This one has a freaking USB micro USB card in it, so you can be streaming your like playing your Steam Deck or your Nintendo Switch, and all of a sudden you just kind of want to record. You don't need to go to your computer and open up OBS. All you have to do is press that button. So pretty cool. Hi Pika Mario. What? 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 Okay. You freaking scared me. What happened? So sorry for the, yeah, you did. You scared me. You scared me, man. Anyway, check out AverMedia's new stuff. It would help me out a lot. It glitched out for me. Dude, my computer's dying, man. I need to it will, Jay. If you have the cube, it'll work on your phone. Yeah. It'll work on your phone. I even got a thing. Hold on, I'll go get it. I got a thing. That took a lot longer than I thought. Rowie, come here, bud. I actually got a thing today. Where basically, I got this thing at PAX East. Basically, it's a converter. It converts full-size HDMI video into USB-C video. So you take it, and then you plug this USB-C into the capture card, which is pretty cool. I won't lie. So I guess that I haven't tested it yet, but theoretically that would mean that I now no longer even have to bring a second capture card, because this would even work with, like, if I was capturing a PlayStation or something like that. Pretty cool. Can we make a sell at home version of Game Court for like Jackbox games? I mean, I'd be interested. I don't really know how that would work, but Game Court is... Jay, did you have the shirt? Did I miss the shirt? Am I an idiot? Did you actually have a version of the shirt, or did I miss that?
let me tell you. Okay, I want to tell a Jay story. Okay. No, I didn't bring it. Oh, okay. I was gonna say I don't think I saw you with a game core shirt. So let me tell you. So since I was only there for one night, yeah. So Jay, something happened with Jay, and unfortunately Jay did not get to come to the entire extent of PAX East. I really hope that will change in the future, Jay, because I feel like you. I mean, tell me, did you have a good time? I'm really interested in your PAX East experience, because that is if I got and I got the other thing resolved. Good. I'm glad. But basically, let me tell you something, chat. Let me tell you something. So Cole is working on it right now. I'm hoping it'll be out by like amazing. I absolutely plan on becoming an exhibitor someday and submit for next PAX Rising. Please submit. You should submit for PAX Rising at PAX West. I think you should. But yeah, basically, let me log in quickly here. I'll show you guys. So, Cole is working on our PAX East vlog. Y'all know every year I do a vlog showcasing my experience at PAX East. I'll show you through. This year I went a little ham on it, and we ended up recording roughly 160 gigabytes. This being only 25 of day 0 and day 1 were 25 gigabytes of data. So pretty cool. I'll go check out day 0 and I'll show you some clips. So like this, here's an arc from the here's an arc from the vlog that I don't know if it will make it in. The 7-Eleven arc. I'm gonna call it the 7-Eleven arc. So DM is gonna take me to 7-Eleven for the first time.
I can't believe you've never been to one.
I've never been to a 7-Eleven before. I've never been to a 7-Eleven before, and I only know them from Japan. So I'm really excited to see all
don't
the...
be we told you not to be excited.
Andrew, can we get the sandwiches with the strawberries?
You can have this, whatever sandwiches they have there.
I've never been to a 7-Eleven.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Thank heaven.
So, like, I'm sure it'll be cut there, but it's true. I've never been to 7-Eleven, and so I was really excited about 7-Eleven because we were going to 7-Eleven. I see it. It's over there. I'm really excited about 7-Eleven.
Stop being excited.
Wait, but I've seen it in Japan videos.
Oh my god.
DM was so mad at me. Not mad, but like, we made it, Andrew. 7-Eleven.
Get ready. Mind blown.
I've never had a Slurpee, no. And let me tell you, this 7-Eleven, like, let's just say 7-Eleven really wasn't that good. It was not good. It was dirty. It was gross. There were people going in and out, they're not buying anything. I was actually really upset about 7-Eleven. I was pretty devastated about 7-Eleven. But yeah, like this this is all part of the vlog that you guys will see. They have low-end convenience. Yeah, but like that's so sad, especially because I experienced Buc-ee's, and Buc-ee's was incredible, and I heard that 7-Eleven is supposed to be really good, but it's not. Also, we are 9 subs away from 250. If anybody wants to help us get to that, that'd be really great.
But yeah, so we have and like here's some day one footage. We there's a whole bunch of stuff. The vlog will hopefully be out soon. The vlog will hopefully be out soon. Like by hopefully this week, because people really don't care about PAX. People really don't care about PAX past the initial what did I say to Scootish here? All right, you all owe me $100. Scootish actually showed up.
What?
There were actual yeah, I cut the video because we were talking about how Scootish showed up. But yeah, like we were talking about the Red Bull Lounge. What is that? Wait, what can you say that again, Andrew?
Like and subscribe.
Which one? This was the Red Bull Lounge. We shot everything in 4K D-Log gallery. For anybody that cares. And I say we, I mean me. I shot everything in 4K D-Log, which is why it was just really really blown out. This is this was incredible right here. This Margaritaville is extremely, hold on. We got to do it again. This Margaritaville here to the Jyggy journey, because this last PAX East was where Laughing Boy LP angeled in the outfielded me and said that if I got Twitch partner, him and his wife Lazy Regenesis would come to New York City to do the Margaritaville Times Square bar crawl with me. And then that night I got Twitch partner. So this is the only place in the world that if you step inside this specific Margaritaville, you will get Twitch partner. That it's true, man. It's true. Did you know that you could play the Switch 2 if you went to the Square Enix booth? Apparently, the Kit and Kirsten played it. No, I didn't. There also wasn't a Square Enix booth, Frosty Banjo. There was a card game for it. We did this B-roll of Crafty. Don't sip until I'm up to you. Ready? All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Dude, Red Bull needs to hire Crafty Boss. Red Bull needs to hire Crafty Boss. Look at this. Look at that guy, man. Look at that guy. Oh, I can't view it in 4K. We have to download it in 4K. 4K. You can download it in 4K. Hey, want to go out for dinner sometime? I wanted to, Jay. I was bummed that I was bummed. Next year, man. I'm hoping that Jay, you'll be able to like actually come for the whole thing next year, because I wanted, like, day one, man, I was hitting up all the video game like I was doing interviews the entire time. There was a lot of yeah, like there was a lot of stuff that I was hoping that we, you know, that we could do. Anyway, PAX East was a lot of fun. It was a really good time. What is this? Oh, PAX East. I have 2 cameras tracking. Oh, this is the live stream right now. Crafty has one of them, and that's the live stream, and then this is the video, and we were vlogging PAX East. If you missed out on that stream, oh god, I'm getting tired, man. If you missed out on that stream, the VOD is available right here. Missed out on that stream, the VOD. Shut up, me. Yeah. This is when we went to the Final Fantasy booth. Okay, thank you. So wait, what's the bit? It's the flowers. It's the church. But
Josh, don't cry. He was just cheering the fact that you weren't here. Jyggy was just cheering and being like, oh, you know what's great about this PAX? No Josh Jepson.
I miss
Josh isn't here.
Josh, I miss you so much. It's true, I do miss.
He didn't even care.
I did really miss Josh. I really hope that Josh can come to PAX East next year, because I had a really good time, but I miss Josh.
Josh. He was so elated to know that you were
Sarah, Josh is in my Twitch chat. Josh.
Don't let him gaslight you, Josh.
Don't let him do this to you.
What do you mean?
Don't let. You were just saying how great it was that Josh
Why
wasn't
are you lying,
coming.
bro?
It's
why
on
you lying?
tape.
I would never.
It's on tape.
I like Josh.
Go
Jepsen.
back to his previous
Chat.
Hold on.
It's there.
We had one more sub at PAX East than we do today. I think we need at least one more sub.
I like Josh Jepsen.
I mean, we like
He's
Josh
my
Jepsen.
friend.
I
You
know
know what?
Josh
Some
Jepsen's
say.
great.
Some say we party like Josh Jepsen.
Oh yeah, that.
We party like Josh Jepsen.
I forgot about that.
Dude, my computer can't even watch freaking 1080p video right now. This is my home desktop battle station. I'm very upset.
You keep playing a game at PAX.
Look at this. It's so bad. It literally lags and it's like Twitch is dying. Yo, Austin Mr. Link, thank you very much for subbing 22 months. Thank you for getting us to the same amount that we had on Twitch. I have to watch it 480p, man.
No, I think look.
I need a new
If we're
PC.
being honest, I have two.
It's starting to be a real problem. I'm not gonna lie. PC sponsor, or maybe just what if I sell my soul, chat? What if I did a Raid Shadow Legends live stream? Would you all care? What if Raid Shadow Legends says, hey, for one live stream, we'll give you $4,000. Would you guys be okay with that? And then I get a new PC with it? I think you all would be fine with that, right? Yeah. I'd probably even download the game. Starforge sponsorship. What's Starforge? Isn't Raid one of those sponsors that doesn't pay out unless you get X number of referrals? I don't know, man. I wouldn't take that. I have rules, man. You gotta pay up, man. It's part of the rules. It's part of the rules. What was the Star Trek game that Ganon likes? I don't know, man. No idea. All right, kids. Fleet Command beats me. I'm gonna wrap it up because I'm a little tired. It's also 1 in the morning. Tomorrow is Tuesday, and I will be back with actual video game content. No, not just a wrap up. Like we will be back full swing. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna like restart my computer. Maybe it just needs to be updated. I don't know. I'm gonna clean it up, man. Cause I want to play some Zelda tomorrow. I want to hang out. I want to play some games. I want to do the good stuff. We're all gonna go raid my friend Majin Phil. Phil is. I also need to clean up my apartment / raid. Phil is playing The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. He's doing a no-hit randomizer, meaning that if he gets a hit, then he dies. The game's over. So we're gonna go over there and say hello. You don't have to stay, but just go say hey. And once again, chat, thank you very much for watching. I will see you all tomorrow. We're back, baby. We're back. We're back. We're so back. We actually lost a subscriber in the meantime. So thank you very much, freaking awesome Mr. Leak, for subbing just for someone to not unsub. It's okay. We're fine. We'll get back there tomorrow. Metroid Wheel comes back this week. We also have we're gonna finish up 100% A Link Between Worlds, because that's the thing I have to finish. And I want to play some Link to the Past. So yeah, Pikmin 2, sure, I'll play that too. Why not? I'm gonna be live. I'm gonna drink coffee, man, and we're just gonna live stream, because I feel like lately I haven't been able to do long streams, so I really want to do long streams. Go say hi to Majin Phil, okay? Copy what Jay said, and we will go and say hey. All right. Bye bye.